White Stripes fan as well?
Yeah, of course I am. Yeah, going from Royal Blood to White Stripes, it's kind of it's a lateral shift. They're more or less like the light and shade of the other thing. So.
Ooh, hey, Juan Christian, you've got to live up that now. He just said lateral
Deep,
shift.
man. I don't even know how to spell
No
shift.
pressure.
The pretension comes out on the radio, apparently.
It does, man. You're a different person.
Well, Jamie, let's talk to you first then, since we started this. So you're known for a couple of different things on the island. So people will know you for doing your own gigs under the name Jamie Blackburn, and of course you do lots of different covers as well, don't you, when you're going out under that? What sort of stuff do you do then when you're doing your own sets?
So when I go out and play, it's all just pub stuff. It's all classic, the typical kind of crowd pleasers. So that's what I do. And then slightly different to that, I've got a band with Ian Astle, and I've got to make sure I say this correctly. We're called the Bat Fastards, and we do much the similar kind of thing, but we throw in harmonies. It's a little bit more satisfying. And then the Getaways as well, which is kind of like a halfway house between Royal Blood and the White Stripes. So that's kind of where we sit, two people, big sound kind of thing. But
So
yeah.
you are a busy man.
Yeah, and as if I'm not busy enough, I decided to work on putting gigs together with Juan Christian.
But I do very little, to be honest.
Just leave him to it. It'll be better, Juan. It'll be better. Anyway, Faster My, welcome back. It's lovely to see you, Juan. So last time we were talking to you, was it because it was coming to the end of Compton? Was that the last time you were up here?
Oh, God, it's all a blur.
It might have been. So obviously Compton Vault's now closed, as we know, but you've been sort of doing little bits on the side, resurrecting little bits, and you were just busy at Dark Horse, weren't you?
Yeah, did a little thing up at Dark Horse, which was really nice to see all the familiar faces again and kind of see how everything had moved on, like, with Toucan Party and all that, which was pretty much the only thing new that I got to see. Trying to do things, nearly had a couple of pop-ups in the Blind Badger, but COVID seen to that, and now me and Jamie have been talking about this for a while, and we finally got a date, and we've got tickets for sale, and we've got the lineup, and everything's going to be good, I think, all through Indie Howl, which is Jamie's little kind of, how would you describe it?
My little empire. It's essentially Indie Howl was just created to push local independent bands. So we started off doing like peer reviews. So myself, again, Ian Astle, mentioned before, Martin Kane from the Arts Council and from Post War Stories, and various other bands, and then Callum Rowe. So we all review bands between ourselves on the local scene. Anyone independent will get into it and write up a review, give people content to push out, and that's kind of the whole ethos behind it. It's to push local bands as much as possible.
And where can we find Indie Howl so that people know where they can get it?
So for the people that are watching online, it's indiehowl.co.uk. You'll find everything on there. It's been a little bit quiet lately because we've been so busy getting this event together. Bitten off more than we can chew, I think, but we're getting there.
Never.
So go on then, tell us about Heavy as Balls then, because there's quite a personal motivation to this, isn't there?
Yes. So the idea behind it is my dad passed away early this year, and he had cancer. So usually, whenever anything like this happens, whenever anything really negative happens, you want to try and find a positive from it. And what I know how to do is play gigs. So I thought it would be a good idea to get a big event together. I was speaking to Glenn Watterson from the band Bruises. We were just sort of spitballing ideas, and then it just kind of snowballed and became this. We thought, how can we make it bigger, better? And now we've got five bands on the bill. We've got a massive venue, huge support for a huge stage and whatnot. Juan came in, helped me organise stuff. He's organising the bar as well. So it all sort of all kind of fell together, to be honest.
And we'll talk in a few moments about the different acts that are going to be playing. We're going to have some music in a moment, though. But before we hear from your band, from the Getaways, just tell us a little bit about your dad then, because he was a popular soul, your dad, wasn't he?
Yeah, my dad was Castletown for longer than 60 years. So he was well known in the community for a bunch of different reasons. He owned a popular taxi firm. He was part of the football club down in Castletown, and then latterly, when I started gigging, he actually bought me my first PA for my birthday. And the band I was in then, short for Richard, with Ryan Archibald. He's in a band called Oceans Avenue now. So we went out and got gigging, and my dad and my mum were there every step of the way, every single gig. They wouldn't miss one. And so it just seems fitting to put another gig on for him. So that's the thing behind it, yeah.
And he was super supportive as well of everything you did, really, musically, wasn't he? And you have your single Kicks with the Getaways, which we're going to play now. Before we hear it, tell us a little bit about it.
So Kicks was Joe Callister and I, the Getaways. We started off as a 4-piece. Didn't work out, but me and Joe just had chemistry. Ended up playing together. Did a Royal Blood thing. Smashed out a few songs, and then we went and saw Ben Donaldson from Voodoo Bandits, recorded with him, had some much needed guidance from him as well, and we've actually got 3 more in the works that'll be coming out soon, so we'll be knocking on the door here at Manx Radio and yelling, let us play for you. So that's how Kicks kind of came about.